Hey guys, so in this video I wanted to talk about something that really caught my attention recently. A lot of people in lobbies ask me what were the best place to get enemy counts, which is not something I expected to receive a question for. Sometimes people just ask me how do I get stronger, which is something that I don't know how to explain properly. But also, I never really thought about what level is the best one to farm for enemies, because we always get those missions we need to kill 100, 200, maybe 300 enemies. Maybe we have to go to the force kill mission, which requires us to kill 800 enemies, or the dodge mission which requires 1,000 enemies, which is insane. To this day, I still think it's a little bit of a chore to do this sort of thing, but compared to back then, I feel like we got levels that made this farm a little easy. And after I kind of analyzed for myself by just playing the levels, I kind of figured out which ones are the best ones, which was a complete nightmare, by the way. So I hope this video comes to help to people who probably don't even know or is just starting on Grand Chase, but they don't know exactly where to go after reaching level 85 and they still need to do like these missions. So the first area is an area that people would always recommend even before Harrier and or Siege of Tarokka were a thing, which was Wizard's Labyrinth. And Wizard's Labyrinth around floors to 1 to 10, and I believe have a lot of mobs you can enjoy and take care of. Floor 3 specifically, which is the one with the slimes, there is 16 enemies in it, which I think compared to some of the others is the one with the most mob counts. It is the one area that people would always recommend because it's very easy. The slimes in itself is not much of a challenge. There can be a little bit of a bother, but like it's very difficult to die to the slimes. So it is kind of the easy one in the list. However, it is 16 mobs. Unfortunately, that does take a while to get there, but and if you really just don't have anything else, I guess that is the best area you can go for. The second area then is Harrier. I played the Swamp level and then Force of Aldeon, which is basically the two first levels of Harrier, just to see how much mobs are in there. And from what I counted, there's about 30 to 32 enemies on both areas, which taking how Harrier kind of escalated afterwards, there's a high chance that either the mobs increase by either 3 or 5, or they decrease by maybe 5 mobs on some areas. It kind of just depends really. So not a lot of change here and there, but if you're going to compare it to Wizard's Labyrinth, obviously it's the better map. The other problem, obviously though, it's because it's Harrier. Sometimes if you don't really have team resistance, and depending on where you're farming, it can be a little bit difficult to explore and get these 32 kills. Although Swamp is the first level, so it shouldn't be that bad theoretically. So it should be mostly fine if you want to go there. And for the veterans, they can always just enjoy and play on champion mode to be able to get the titles as well, which the Harrier titles are still some of the best ones in the game. But if you're going there for specifically kill enemies, then Harrier is not the best option. The second best area I could find is Temple of Time with 52 enemies in that level. Temple of Time is already very important to get because it has the earrings. Gaian still has the best card in the game. So farming for that level over and over is not exactly a bad idea. You're farming for 52 enemies, which is really good. There is a little bit of a variety on that numbers, but you're still probably getting about 15 kills at the end, so it's not like it's a big number. You're also farming for getting cards like Gaian or Guardian of Time. 512 attack is really good. Tidal as well is also pretty good there as well. It can really break a leg. It is a good place to farm overall. But if you're really needing just numbers for enemies, then definitely the best level out there is Siege of Tarokka, which from what I counted, there are 68 enemies in that area, which also can change depending on the level you get, but you should be able to get at least 60 enemies in that area. Unfortunately though, Tarokka is not like Temple of Time. Yes, there are important things you can farm there like the piercing, but unfortunately the piercing is kind of all there is to it if you ignore the equipment in there, which is also really good, but not something you're going to use for endgame, unfortunately. The cards, as far as I know, aren't exactly great either. The title, it's okay. It's not better than Temple of Time, but it does also break a leg as well. So there you go. Siege of Tarokka has the highest number of enemies in the entire game, and if you really just want to get these numbers out of the way fast, that level is the perfect one for you. And with that, we're gonna leave the video here. Thank you so much for watching. So if you like this video and like to see more Grand Chase content here in the future, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, because we're bringing Grand Chase content here at least once a week, where you get videos like this, where I help people out through some tutorials or some way, or some videos where I show me playing with some characters through daily grinds, which I haven't done in a while, and I kind of want to go back to it at some point. Or this totally creepy Easter egg that I found that you should definitely watch. It's very real. Click it now. Anyway, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day today. Stay awesome, stay safe, have a great farm section now that you know what level to go for. And we see each other next time. Peace out.